Well, hi guys. I thought I'd better come out and have a look in the filter house, as I haven't been out here for a day or two, so I thought I'd better come and have a look and see what's going on. And everything looks okay, everything looks fine, but I thought I'd better come and clean the pre-filter out. I haven't done that in quite a while, but due to other jobs and circumstances, like I say, I haven't been in here for 3 days. Quick look at the RDF. Everything in there looks fine. So, like I say, the main thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean the pre-filter out, get that done, and that'll be alright for another 3 or 4 days. So I'll get that done next. Right, so I'll put you guys on the tripod at the moment. So what I want to do is get this clean out. Like I say, I haven't looked in it for 3 days, so we'll just see how things are running. So I'll slip it into bypass mode so that everything keeps running and we can get the top off this. Okay, we're now in bypass, so we can undo the tap very carefully, let the air back into the tub. I've got my bucket under there ready. We can open it now the air's gone, whip the top off and have a look in. I'll just show you guys in there. Okay, as you can see, it's not over the top. There's a bit of dirt in there, but nothing tragic. So food leaves. So I'll get that out, get it clean out and get it back up and running. So I'll put you guys back on the top of the moving bed and I'll get that done. I do take the worst out of my hand first, make life a little bit easier. And I'll just get the hose. So I can now get the hose, put it in fan mode so it chucks out a fan and give it a clean. Make sure all the tub's clean. That's about it. As you can see, all the dirt's in the bucket down there now, so it's just a matter of tipping that away or putting it where you like. But the filter's nice and clean again. That's all ready to go. So we'll get it back in to pre-filter mode. We'll pop the lid on. Make sure that's on nice and square. Just rest on it. Open the valve to the pre-filter and close the other one. Okay, that's it back up and running. All done. Just got to empty the bucket. So that's it for another 3 or 4 days, I should imagine. So that's all fine now, running good. So that'll do us in here, I think. Right, that's it all done. What I'm going to do is have a quick look at the plants in the holding tank. I haven't looked at them for quite some time now, several weeks. I would have thought they'd have been dying off by now with all this cold weather, so we'll go and have a look at them. Right, well I've just popped the top up on the tank. They're not doing too bad for this time of year. I'd have thought they'd have all died off. They're not as good as there was, obviously, and I would have thought they would die off like the lilies do. That's dying off, but the irises at the other end, they've died off. All the leaves have gone off them, and I do see some new shoots coming up from them. So they've started shooting already, so that's good news. But like I say, the others have gone down. That one's gone down pretty bad. I would have thought they'd have died off through the winter. They do sort of shut down, these plants, and then come good again next year, we hope. Well, hi everybody. I do hope you're all well. I am at the moment a bit fed up with the winter and not a lot happening, but this is what we get this time of year, I'm afraid. We've had it pretty mild. The pond went from just below 9 degrees up to 10.5, but it seems to be holding at 10, so I've got the top up a little bit. What I'm hoping to do now is I'm going to see if I can clean the mesh on my RDF. I haven't done it for 3 or 4 months, so I thought I'd better just give it a quick clean off. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. Okay, I've got you guys set up on the tripod. I've got my power washer, so I've taken the belt drive off so that I can actually turn the drum by hand, as you can see. So I'm just going to go and now clean the mesh, as it's been what I'm doing for quite some time. I'm doing it above the actual drain, so most of it goes out the drain. Okay guys, that's got it all done and cleaned, so we should be okay for a few more months. Okay, with that done, we'll just give it a run and make sure the belt's back on, so we'll give it a run and make sure everything's okay. Yep, all looks good. The dirt's flowing out nicely. It's also cleansed the chute that clears the debris away. It's also cleaned that up at the same time, so a good job well done. I've got to find myself something to do. Well guys, there's absolutely nothing doing outside. So what you've caught me doing is I'm in the kitchen baking the wife a cake. How's that? It's in there, it's just rising nicely, so I thought I'd just show you that quick. It's not all fish, so I'm in here baking a cake for the wife. What more could one want? And over here we have the newcomer. This here is Molly, bless her. We lost our cat, as a lot of you will know, and this is Molly, who seems to have adopted us. She was a stray cat, and next door tried to take her in and do his best for her. I think the children sort of put her off a little bit, and she seemed to have walked in here and made herself at home. And she's been with us ever since. She's been with us about 2 or 3 months now, and she's a lovely cat. She's here with us for now, and I hope she stays, bless her. She's a beautiful cat and ever so well behaved. And she loves kipping on her bed, on the radiator. That's where she spends most of her time. But that's my new cat, and that's my cake, which should be done any time. So I'll see if I can get it out of the oven. Well, hi guys, you find me here in the filter house, and everything is going well. It's wet and miserable and horrible outside. Quite cool. I think it's about 8 degrees, 9 degrees today. We're still holding in the pond. It's doing ever so well this year. I hope you can see it. Let's see if we can get in a little bit more. We're still running over 10 degrees there. It was nearly 11. I think that is 11. Let me just open the door so we can see better. Let's open up. Yeah, and we're running 11 degrees, which is really good for this time of year. I'm quite pleased with that. But everything in here is fine. All's running well. Now there is one thing I did want to mention, and I don't know whether you can remember, but several videos ago I did mention that I'd put a new bulb in my UV lamp. Now the bulb I actually got was on eBay. and I did sort of message the company that I wanted a bulb for an Evo 30 lamp, and they sent me one for £12, which I thought was a good price as well for an Evo 30. Anyway, I've put it in and it's working, but I find when I put it in, the actual bits where you can see the bulb at the end here, it does allow you in, when it's dark, you can actually see the bulb glowing inside. I did notice that it wasn't as bright as it normally is. I thought nothing of it really. I thought, oh, it's just probably a different make. It shines different, I don't know. Anyway, I put it in. Now what I have noticed over the 3 or 4 weeks that it's been in, my pond has gone very slightly cloudy, and I couldn't work out why. There's no reason for it, especially in the winter, and all I can put it down to is the bulb that I've put in my Evo. So what I've actually done now is I've ordered a genuine bulb. I got it from Absolute Koi and it was £20, so it was another £8 dearer. I'm going to leave it as it is for now, as long as it don't get any worse. I'm going to let that one run the winter out until we start getting towards summer, and then I'm going to drop a genuine bulb in, because I think that's why my water's going a little bit cloudy. It's never done it before, so all I can put it down to is the bulb that I've fitted in there. If it gets any worse, I will change it sooner, but I'm going to leave it for now. As long as it don't get any worse, I shall leave it through the winter. I'm having to run it 24/7. I was switching it off through the night, but I'm running it 24/7 now, which should help. But I have run the genuine Evo 30 bulb, and I have run that on a timer, switching it off through the night and only having it on through the day, and never had a problem. So all I can put it down to was the cheaper bulb. Well, hi guys. Now, I haven't had the camera out for over a week, and the weather's come really cold. You can see all the fish down there. The water's cleared up a little bit since I've had that UV on 24/7, so that has cleared up a bit. It's not too bad at all. What I'm actually doing here, I don't know whether you'll see it, but I'm going to switch from summer to winter running on the pond. I think there's some glare on the pond, I don't think you're going to see it, but down there, if I can go in a little bit, you might just see the outlet for my winter running. So I've just had the top up to make sure that that's clear and it's fine. So what I'm going to do is switch from summer to winter running. So instead of taking the water from the bottom of the pond, I'm now going to be taking it from the top to keep the water down there a little more stable if we can. It's about 4 degrees here today. We've had a real cold week and it's made the pond temperature really go down. So if we have a look in here, I'll show you the temperature. If we have a look in here, if the camera stops flicking about once it gets used to that light, the pond temperature's really come down now. We're at 7.4, so it's really coming down. And I have obviously stopped feeding the koi now. They're not getting anything at all. As the temperature's below 8 degrees, I've stopped feeding completely. So I'm going to switch over now, like I say, from summer to winter run. So I'm going to whip the manhole up and change the gate valves over. I'm going to get that done now, straight away. So I've got you guys set up on the tripod. I'm going to whip the manhole cover off. And down here, I have had the top open slightly to keep the water fresh in there, but now I'm just going to slowly open the top, because there's probably a little bit of dust settled in there over the summer. So that's fully open. I'll just let it run like that for a minute, and then we'll shut the bottom one off. Okay, as you can see, there's quite a bit of dirt come up out of that pipe, so I'm just leaving the two running at the moment till it clears that. There's quite a bit of dust. The RDF will take that out, see if we can clear that dust that's in there. As soon as that's cleared, I will start to shut the bottom one. I did think I'd flush that earlier in the summer, but obviously not that well. So we've got quite a bit of dirt coming up there, so I'm going to wait for that to clear, wait for the RDF to do its job. Okay, that's about 5 minutes of it running. It's starting to clear nicely now. I'm not quite sure what you guys can see, but the water's coming through a lot clearer now. It's still a little tiny bit cloudy, but nothing like it came when I shut the tap off. And I'm just going to let the RDF trigger one more time to clear that dirt that's in it. I must say it's not very warm out here today. My hands are freezing. Should have put my gloves on, I think. Like I say, it's about 4 degrees at the moment, so not sweating hot. The RDF's going to trigger any minute. We'll just let that trigger and then go close the bottom off. There she goes. We'll just see what comes out. Yeah, still quite a bit of dirt come up from that one, but the water is clearing nicely now. So now we'll go close the bottom. Just put you guys back on the tripod so you can see. Right, you guys are back on the tripod. I'm just going to go down now and close the bottom valve. And that's the bottom one shut off, so we'll replace the manhole. Now we're in winter run. So we'll just nip and see. It's not too bad, it's not clouded the pond up or anything, so the RDF sorted that bit out. So we'll just go and see what's happening up here. There was a tiny little bit more dirt come, nothing serious. We got it all when I first opened it up, I think. So that's it, we're now on winter running, and I'm taking the water from the top of the pond instead of the bottom drain. So hopefully that'll keep the water temperature down the bottom of the pond a little bit more stable than it was. So I'll get that pond cover back down because it's really cold here today. All that cold air is going to be going into the top of the pond. So I'll get that shut down, and also I shall get my ladders put back on the covers. They're forecasting high winds again for tomorrow night, I think. We've got high winds again, so I'll get my ladders, get that shut down and my ladders back on top of the pond. Right, well I'm not quite sure whether you guys will pick this up because it's very dull here today. The cloudiness has gone from the pond. It was a little bit cloudy, I mentioned earlier in the video, because of the bulb I'd put in the UV, and it's cleared it. I've got it back on 24/7 and the cloudiness has gone off the pond. It all points towards that. It's as clear as a bell again now. There is a few bubbles because the air's on the pond up the shallow end and they've come up this end, but water's a lot better. Since I put the UV back on 24/7, the pond's a lot clearer. So I believe the bulb that I bought isn't as strong as the genuine ones, to be honest. Because I've always run my UV on in the winter, having it switch off through the night and only having it on through the day, and it's never ever been a problem. But now I've got it back on 24/7, it seems to have cleared it up. So it all points to that, really. I was going to say I've never had any problems with cloudy water, especially in the winter, but we're back, it's clear. I don't know whether you guys can see it, it's really dull here today, and there is a bit of glare on the pond and a few bubbles what the air stones are chucking out, but yeah, it's gone, thank goodness. And there we go, pond's all closed down. A little bit of weight on the covers just in case the wind tries to get under them. Like I say, they're forecasting gales for tomorrow afternoon, or high winds anyway. I'll just keep them on until the winds are done. But we're looking very wintry here. A bit boring and a miserable garden, but there you go, that's winter. Anyway guys, this brings me to the end of another video, I'm afraid. I'd just like to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to all you guys out there for your support throughout the year. You've been absolutely fantastic, thank you so much. And to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, which all it leaves me to say is thanks for watching, do take care, and as always, happy ponding.